My name's Dr. John Cooper Clarke.
With Hugh Cornwell.
We're on Six Towns Radio.
I'm in Six Towns. I've got my six-pack and I got my six-gun shooter, and I'm in Six Towns.
That's Six Towns.
6TR, the bright side of Staffordshire.
Good afternoon, Hugh Cornwell and Dr. John Cooper Clarke. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello, Terry.
You sound far away in these headphones.
I'll go a bit closer to the mic. Is that better?
It's a blackmail.
Yeah, he's got a sock over the receiver.
Who are you holding?
I've got a tin can on the end of a string. That's what I've got.
The hotline to history.
You've got this new collaboration album out called This Time It's Personal. It's out in October. Whose idea was it?
Well, I saw this North Atlantic Trade Agreement called TTIP, and I thought, TTIP, now what words would fit? No, I'm not joking. Good, John, tell them.
Well, This Time It's Personal, the title. Well, I made that up because it's kind of punky in that it's kind of friendly it's friendly and antagonistic at the same time. It's like the sort of thing you might hear Jack Regan say on the Sweeney, at this time it's personal, George. You know, so it's got that baggage going for it, but it also underlines the nature of most of the songs on the album, which are quite heartfelt. Some of them are heartfelt love ballads and,
But whose idea was it to actually get together and make the album?
Well, we were put together totally by accident by a mutual friend outside London and close to where John lives, who I've known for many years. And we sat down and got to know each other, a bottle of wine and some food. And then I went away with John's very eclectic voice in my head and just happened to be listening to MacArthur Park late one night and thought, what a bizarre combination that would be to put John's voice on this song. And so I asked him if he was interested. He said yeah. So I spent many, many months preparing the track because it's very complicated. And then John came in to do the vocal and he sang it, and totally unexpected, and that's how it all started.
That's the shock factor, because a lot of people are going to think that it's going to be you playing the guitar with John doing poetry over the top.
Yeah, no. There's a bonus. He's singing.
It's a match made in rock and roll heaven, people have said.
Oh, wow.
That's great. I like
I
that.
like that.
So it's a collection of classic songs. Are there any that didn't make the cut?
Yeah, there was one, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was one. It was called Old Dingo by a guy called Slim Dusty, who was Australian country singer.
Yeah, he's made 100 albums of self-penned songs. He wrote The Pub with No Beard.
Pub with No Beard is the one that he would be would be mostly known for.
Yeah, but it's a lovely song about a wild dog.
Yeah,
called Dingo.
That's right.
Who's chased by they send shooters out to try and kill them.
Yeah.
And so it's a sort of an ode to this dog.
Outlaw dog.
It's a lovely song.
Feral outlaw dog.
Yeah, it's lovely, but it didn't quite fit in with the others.
Beautiful. Not only is it a meeting of two rock and roll punk legends, it's also a meeting of North versus South.
That's true.
Hey, steady on, I'm an Essex guy.
Oh, yeah, these days.
Yeah, I've been there 30 years. How long is this apprenticeship?
This is very, very true.
When will I finally be accepted down here?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Crikey.
Takes a while.
What's the initiation to become a Southerner? I don't know.
I think you've got to lose the Manchester drawl, I think.
Well, I'm doing my best.
There you go. Now, if you did that all the
Doing
time,
my
you'd be
best.
accepted immediately.
Be fair.
Come on.
Blimey.
My favourite track off the album has got to be Jezebel. It's been spinning for a week now in the car.
That's a great song. It's one of the ones that's quite difficult to sing as well. It calls up quite a range there.
Yeah.
You know? But that's good choice. That's a pre-rock and roll pop song, that. But it was later done by people like Red Smith, a.k.a. Marty Wilde, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And a few others. But it was actually a hit well before Elvis.
Yeah.
But he's one of those popular singers that kind of put their personal stamp on things. Frankie Lane, Johnny Ray, people like that were kind of pre-rock and roll.
Yeah. But do you have a favourite yourselves off the album?
Yeah, my favourite would be Donna. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for that one.
Yeah. It is a great example of how sweetly our respective voices settle into the mix together. You can hear both me and Hugh singing on
the harmonies,
on
yeah.
the harmonies.
We're based in Stoke-on-Trent.
Well, I won't tell anyone.
Is there anything nice you could say about Stoke-on-Trent? Because you both played here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an underappreciated, centre of population in the north of England, isn't it?
Yeah,
Would you call yourself in the north, or is it still the Midlands?
We call it the Midlands.
Still the Midlands.
Well, they call it the Midlands, them northerners.
Yeah,
they
of
call
course.
it the Midlands. But of course, to us Essex people, it's north of Watford Gap. What bleeding difference does it make? You've got the, all that history with the old ceramics.
That's right.
Fantastic stuff. Spodes, all them.
Yeah, I know, John, you've played up here quite a lot of times in Newcastle under Lyme, at the Sugar Mill and everything like that. And, of course, going back a few more years, you played here every year, I think, with the Stranglers from the late 70s to 80s. I was just a bit too young to go as well, unfortunately.
You sweet young thing. I guess the one I would have, the venue I would have played mostly, and possibly you're the same here, Hugh, would be Hanley Victoria Hall.
That's right, yeah, Victoria Rooms, in Hanley. That's
Is that
right.
close by?
Yes, smack bang in the middle of Stoke. You played there with the Stranglers, of course. Are you surprised that there still is a band called the Stranglers playing live?
Not really, because the catalogue of songs, the old catalogue that I was involved in, is a very, very strong catalogue of songs. It's great songwriting, and if they can still go out, I think there's only 2 of the original band in the present lineup. If they can go out and people flock to see these old songs being played, then I think that's great. It's like I've got a franchise.
Yeah, the music is still the Stranglers after all. Isn't it?
Exactly. So it also means I can concentrate on projects like this and playing my new songs, and because I didn't want to go out and do that for the rest of my life. So they're doing something that I don't want to do, which is great.
Character development, they call it.
It's just not the same without the singer. I once saw the Animals as a festival, and the only original member was John Steele, the drummer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cheating them.
It should have just been called Animal, being a drummer.
But then that's been done by Phil the Animal Taylor in Motorhead.
That's right,
The late Phil the Animal Taylor.
Yeah.
You've got to be so careful. Identity theft.
One last question. Any ideas for any further releases or collaborations along the line? Is this something you could carry on with in the future?
Well, there's plenty of songs from that era that we didn't even go near, and maybe we could go even further back. Who knows? I mean, let's see how this one goes. I think it's down to if people want more, we'll give them more.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
It's not down to us. It's down to give the people what they want.
That's right. That's the first law of show business.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too,
Terry.
Cheers, Terry.